Hello, everyone. You've probably heard by now the story of Governor Newsom in California is ordering state agencies to crack down and clear homeless encampments. Please listen to this brief video from KGTV San Diego, and I will be back with further commentary.
Newsom issued an executive order calling on state agencies to take down homeless encampments. ABC 10 News reporter Craig Harris is joining us now live with a look at the impact this stunning move will have on San Diego. Craig.
As you can see behind me, this is one of several homeless camps on state land around San Diego. Earlier today, we went under a state highway and talked to several people who live there. They don't know what they're going to do now that the governor has ordered that they have to get off of state property.
The governor's basically putting her foot on people next that don't have a choice, that, their only crime is being alive. And they haven't done anything wrong. All they're doing is trying to just make it.
That's Philip Banks. The 38-year-old for the past month has been living in a tent on state land directly under State Route 94. He came here after bouncing around the city. He said the governor's order will just force homeless people like him to keep moving around.
First it was you can be in parks, so we slept in parks. Then they came through, the rangers said you can't be in parks, you can't do it. You can only sleep here, so we went there. And then everywhere they go, they just keep telling us to keep going.
The move to dismantle thousands of homeless encampments on state land comes after the High Court ruled in June that Grants Pass, Oregon could ticket people for sleeping outside. That opened the door for Newsom to make his order. The order also provides guidance for cities and counties to do the same thing. My hope is that San Diego Mayor Todd Gloria said he welcomed the governor's order.
San Diegans are very familiar with the fact that there are large encampments on our Caltrans right-of-way up and down our county. This direction to his departments, I think, will be helpful in making sure that we align. San Diegans don't like encampments, and this is a part of why we passed an unsafe camping ordinance that has successfully reduced the number of tent encampments in downtown San Diego.
Banks, who's been living under the freeway, said he and his girlfriend finally got a spot in San Diego's tent city and will soon be leaving the state land. He said others are not as fortunate.
Not everybody's a bum. Some people just don't have a place to stay.
Others told me they just want a safe place to live, but there are not enough homeless beds in San Diego. Reporting live from downtown, I'm Craig Harris, ABC 10 News.
Now, that was San Diego, and the officials there voiced their concerns. However, we know that the homeless problem in California also hits other major cities such as Los Angeles. Some outreach groups in Los Angeles are reacting to the order as well to clear the encampments. While many local leaders in Los Angeles say that they have already been doing some of the groundwork similar to Governor Newsom's order, some groups are concerned that it's not realistic. Many local agencies and organizations agree with Governor Newsom and that the homeless encampments are a safety and health concern, especially for those living in them, but they wonder if the governor's directive will be effective. The order does direct state agencies and urges local governments to remove homeless encampments and provide support for the people living in them. The state also recommends using the Caltrans encampment policy as a guideline, which gives up to 72 hours of advance notice to people living in encampments, posing a threat to the health and safety of the community. The directive comes 1 month after the Supreme Court's decision that allows cities to enforce bans on camping in public spaces. Now, some elected officials in Southern California, specifically in Orange County, Supervisor Katrina Foley, she expressed support for the executive order, knowing that the local cities have put forth an anti-camping policy, or to enforce an anti-camping policy. It's been pretty much executed with aggressive caseworker outreach, public notice, and also storage of personal belongings for those who use refuse shelter. But an advocate for the homeless, LA Alliance for Human Rights, has successfully sued the city of Los Angeles on the homelessness crisis and says it may be too soon to celebrate before seeing the effects of the directive. And that official, Elizabeth Mitchell, states, and I quote, "It gives us some concern that unfortunately people are just going to be swept off of these locations, which isn't really healthy or helpful for anybody, for the citizens or for the people living in them." Now, the lawsuit brought on by the LA Alliance of Human Rights resulted in a 5-year settlement agreement to increase shelters, critical services, and resources for the unhoused people in the city and county. While Mitchell does support the executive order, she does question how it will be implemented and enforced, and clearly has a concern for the accountability of how the ban will be carried out. Now, while some people are for uh, the clearing of the homeless encampments, including, some of the local leaders, some people, including some of the homeless, welcome this maybe as an opportunity for them to get off the streets into a better environment. However, there are those who say, and those of the homeless, that, hey, once they clear out the homeless encampments, that they will go back. So it's something that we have to monitor and to see how effective this order that the governor put out, how effective it will be, and if it will make a difference and help lessen the effects of the homeless crisis in California. We'll just have to stay alert and see what happens with any further updates that may come out. Anyway, please feel free to leave any comments, um, any insights, or any thoughts you may have on the situation, the homeless crisis in California, and Governor Newsom's order to clear out the homeless encampments.